Hey guys, welcome to NHM Films. Today we're going to be going over the top 10 greatest catches in NFL history. Let us know what you would change in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Let's get into it. Number 10, Julio Jones sideline catch in the Super Bowl. This was as beautiful as a catch can get. Matt Ryan put a ball in a place where only Julio could go up and get it. Tom Brady and the Patriots were in the middle of coming back from a 28-3 deficit in the Super Bowl. The momentum was shifting to New England's side. A lot of Falcons fans started getting worried. The Falcons needed one play to shift the momentum back in their favor. Boom! Julio Jones makes one of the greatest catches you've ever seen, and suddenly, the Falcons are in the perfect position to close out this game. Jones gifted the Falcons with field position inside the 30. All the Falcons needed to do was run out the clock with a few first downs, but we all know how that ended. Number 9. DeAndre Hopkins' Week 16 catch versus the Steelers. December 25th, 2017, the Texans were getting dominated 27-0 early in the fourth quarter of a Week 16 game with nothing going their way. It wasn't a good Christmas for Texans fans or a great season either. The one thing they did have going for them was DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best receivers in the league that season. Hopkins was in such an awkward position to make this catch. He tipped the ball up with one hand, grabbed it with the other hand with full control of the ball, all while keeping his feet in bounds with a defender all over him. It takes a lot of skill to pull something like that off. The announcers themselves said it was the catch of the year, but here at NHM Films, we put it on our top 10 list of all time. Number 8, Antonio Freeman's Monday Night Football game winner. He did what? Those are the famous words of Al Michaels as Antonio Freeman jogged into the end zone after making one of the most bizarre catches you'll ever see. So bizarre that Al Michaels actually told the world the pass was incomplete. The Vikings defenders gave up on the play. Antonio Freeman stood up and started taking off for the end zone as everyone else was confused. This was a play the refs and everyone watching on this Monday night had to take another look at. The pass was nearly intercepted, but the defender ended up bobbling it, and the ball fell on Freeman's back. Freeman rolled over and popped the ball back in the air. He grabbed it before it hit the ground, stood up, and ended the game. Green Bay fans in the stands went nuts. How could they not? They just took down their rival Minnesota in such a crazy fashion. Number 7, the Immaculate Reception. There's a lot of people that believe this is the greatest play in NFL history, and honestly, we don't blame them. Now obviously you can tell we didn't put this as number 1 on our list, but if this was ranking the top craziest plays we've ever seen, then you'd probably find this one at the very top. To this day, we still don't know what exactly happened. The camera couldn't keep up with the ball. It was the 1972 AFC Divisional Playoffs. The Steelers were down by a single point with less than 30 seconds left in the game. Terry Bradshaw stepped back, started running around to avoid a sack, looked around, and threw it deep. The ball was hit and flung by a Raider defender, and the play looked to be over. Out of nowhere, you hear the announcer yell, "It's caught out of the air!" And everyone started running towards the end zone. The game was over. The Steelers had won the game, and Raiders fans had felt that they had been robbed. The luck was clearly in Pittsburgh's favor that day. There's no clear angle that exists that can prove that this ball was even caught. It is by far the most mysterious play we have ever seen. Whether it was actually caught or not, this was the play that turned the Steelers franchise around. They weren't known as a dominant team by any means. After this, the Steelers had a lot of plays to go their way to put them in position to win multiple Super Bowls. Number 6, Jermaine Kearse's catch in Super Bowl 49. This can be considered the greatest catch to never be remembered. As soon as this ball was caught, Tom Brady had to be thinking, "Oh no, not again." At first, it looked like Malcolm Butler had broken this ball up. The ball fell on Kearse's thigh, went down his leg, got popped up in the air, was bobbled a few times, and finally ended up being caught. The Seahawks were now in perfect position to finish this game. If Seattle handed the ball off to Lynch to end the game, this play would have gone down as one of the most memorable plays of all time. But since Seattle found a way to blow it, nobody really talks about this catch. Run the ball, Seattle! Number 5, the catch. A lot of older guys, like not Joe Flacco, that are watching will probably be disappointed that this is only at number 5 and not higher. Just remember that this list is just based on our opinion. A lot of Cowboys fans will tell you Joe Montana was throwing the ball away, but we all know that's not true. He put the ball where this guy and only his guy could get it. Time was running out, and Dwight Clark jumped as high as he could to come down with the ball and win the game for San Francisco. It came at the end of a 14-play, 83-yard drive. It's still widely known as one of the most iconic plays in the history of the game. This play ended the Cowboys season and took the 49ers to the Super Bowl. The catch started the 49ers dynasty. Number 4, Julian Edelman catch in Super Bowl 51. That's right, 2 plays in Super Bowl 51 made our top 10 list. That was arguably the best Super Bowl ever, and it featured 2 of the best catches ever. Julio Jones' catch might have taken more skill, but this play was more mind-blowing and it actually mattered. Without this catch, the Patriots probably don't come back to win this game. The Patriots were still down 28-20. Tom Brady threw a pretty bad pass, and let's be honest, it could have been picked off and the Falcons would have won it. But it wasn't picked off. It was tipped. Tipped just enough for Julian Edelman to have enough time to lunge his body back towards the ball and dive for it just a hair before it hit the ground. This catch was so insane that Joe Buck actually sounded excited, calling it, once he got that ball, everyone just knew the game was headed to overtime. It's the type of catch you'd see in a movie, not an actual game. Number 3, Odell Beckham Jr. You all knew this was going to be on the list. This is probably the actual greatest catch ever, but it was a regular season game that the Giants ended up losing anyway. This catch single-handedly put Odell Beckham's career on the map. See what I did there? Anyways, you've all seen this catch probably over 100 times. Any NFL fan has, and for good reason. The defender literally flagged Odell on this play, and he still came down with the ball for a touchdown. There's not much else to say about this one. Who catches a ball with one hand like that? It's just insane. Number 2, Santonio Holmes, game-winning Super Bowl TD. Look away, Cardinals fans, this is the catch that prevented Larry Fitzgerald from winning that ring. Speaking of Larry, he had himself an incredible TD catch just minutes before this play. Unfortunately for him and the Cardinals fans everywhere, the Holmes catch happened. The Steelers were down 3 with just 40 seconds left, and Big Ben threw a beautiful ball to the corner of the end zone. Holmes planted both feet down and caught the ball with 3 defenders around him. Anybody who's ever played football knows how impossible this type of catch is, and how hard it is to keep both feet in bounds. Holmes ended up being named Super Bowl MVP, and anytime you search his name up, this catch is the first thing that pops up. What's even better about this catch is that it gives Pittsburgh its 6th Super Bowl in franchise history. No other team had more than 5 at the time. Poor Cardinals fans. This was the closest they had been to getting Larry Fitzgerald some bling. A lot of people believe he deserves a ring more than anyone else in the league. It's hard to argue against that. Number 1, the helmet catch. The Giants are down 14-10 against the only 18-0 team in NFL history with a little over a minute to play at midfield. There's no way the Patriots lose unless the greatest and luckiest catch in NFL history happens right here and right now. That's exactly what happened. Eli Manning broke a few tackles before launching an absolute bomb that was up for anybody in the stadium to catch. David Tyree jumps up and catches the ball with his helmet. His freaking helmet! That play didn't end the game, but it might as well have. The Giants scored just a few plays later to win the game, and Patriots fans everywhere were stunned. You couldn't write a better ending than that. The 72 Dolphins were partying somewhere. Tom Brady has mentioned that this particular Super Bowl loss stung more than any other game he's ever played. Well, there you have it. That was our top 10 catches in NFL history. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.
Baker.